In the bustling city of New York, there lived an honorable ninja master named Hamato Yoshi. He was a wise man with a deep love for art history. His life took a dramatic turn when he was betrayed by a student, Oroku Saki, who craved power and wanted to lead the Foot Clan, which was a Japanese dynasty of ninjas founded by one of Yoshi's distant ancestors. Oroku Saki set him up for an offense against a visiting master sensei, and Yoshi was wrongly accused of this crime and had to leave his homeland, Japan. He found a new home in the sewers of New York, befriending the rats that lived there. One day, Yoshi's life changed again when he found 4 turtles in the sewer. After an encounter with a mysterious glowing ooze, the turtles transformed into humanoid creatures, and Yoshi, who had been in close contact with the rats, became a humanoid rat. He named himself Splinter and raised the turtles as his sons, teaching them ninjutsu. He named them after his favorite Italian Renaissance artists, Donatello, Leonardo, Michelangelo, and Raphael. Meanwhile, Oroku Saki, who had taken the name the Shredder, was plotting his revenge to destroy Yoshi once and for all. Shredder had teamed up with Krang, an alien brain from another dimension. Together, they planned to take over the world, using advanced technology from Krang's dimension. Shredder was responsible for dumping the mutagen that transformed Yoshi and the turtles. He had thought it was poison, but it turned out to be a transformative agent. After years of training, the turtles, led by Splinter, decided to fight back against Shredder and his plans. In their adventures, the turtles met and befriended April O'Neil, a news reporter who became one of their closest allies. With April's help, the turtles began to venture out of the sewers and fight crime. However, they were often misunderstood by the public, largely due to negative media portrayals. Despite this, they continued their mission to protect the city. Shredder and his allies, including Bebop, Rocksteady, and Baxter Stockman, made numerous attempts to defeat the turtles and take over the world. Their plans often involved trying to repower Krang's mobile fortress, the Technodrome. Despite their efforts, they were always thwarted by the turtles, who showed great courage and teamwork. As time went on, the turtles faced various villains like the Rat King, Leatherhead, and Slash, and sometimes had to fix problems they accidentally caused. Through it all, they remained dedicated to defending the city and keeping the world safe from Shredder's evil schemes. And so, the adventures of Splinter and his 4 brave sons continued, making them heroes and a symbol of courage and justice in the face of adversity. But, as our story progresses, the winds of change began to blow. Gone were the days of light-hearted jokes and laughter. The world of the turtles turned darker. The turtles themselves, once known for their playful demeanor, grew more serious and determined. Their time was now devoted to hunting down villains who had become a more significant threat than ever. The familiar faces of Shredder, Krang, Bebop, and Rocksteady turned into a unified and menacing force. Then one day, Channel 6's building was destroyed, leading April O'Neil to become a freelance journalist. Our heroes managed to banish the Technodrome, the villain's base, to Dimension X, stranding Shredder, Krang, Bebop, and Rocksteady on Earth. They were left powerless, forced to operate from an old science building. The turtles, seizing the opportunity, pursued their enemies relentlessly. In a turn of events, Shredder and his gang managed to return to Dimension X. But the turtles, with the help of Gargan, a mutated resident of Dimension X, tracked them down. The turtles succeeded in banishing their foes to Dimension X for good, destroying the Technodrome's engines and transdimensional portal. But the story doesn't end there, and a new villain emerged. Lord Dregg, an evil alien warlord from Dimension X. He waged a propaganda war against the turtles, turning the public against them. Despite exposing Dregg as the true villain, the turtles struggled to regain the people's trust. During this, a new ally was also introduced, Carter, who joined the turtles in their fight after undergoing a mutation. Mung, the devoted but sly henchman of the villainous Dregg, stumbled upon Shredder and Krang. These 2 old foes of the turtles were stranded in the desolate Dimension X. Shredder, always boasting, claimed he had defeated the turtles. But Mung, wise to his lies, wasn't fooled. Mung hurried back to Dregg's spaceship to share his encounter. Dregg, seeing an opportunity, hatched a plan to bring Shredder and Krang back from Dimension X to join his fight against the Turtles. But, as soon as they arrived, Shredder and Krang turned against Dregg, eager to continue their own villainous pursuits. Meanwhile, back on Earth, Shredder and Krang, continuing their notorious ways, kidnapped April O'Neil and clashed with the Turtles yet again. In a twist of fate, they all ended up in Dregg's lair. The Turtles initially seemed to be winning, but Shredder and Krang, after a moment of reluctant teamwork with Dregg, managed to overpower them. As Dregg prepared to drain the life energies from the Turtles, the ever-tricky Shredder and Krang betrayed him. They intended to drain not only the Turtles but also Dregg himself. However, Dregg escaped their grasp and, using his clever microbots, captured Shredder and Krang instead. He drained the Turtles and Krang of their life energy, but Shredder, ever resilient, broke free before Dregg could drain him too. Shredder then focused on healing Krang and defeating Dregg, aiming to take over his armies and conquer Earth. But their plan went south, and they were permanently banished back to Dimension X. Meanwhile, Carter departed on his own quest to find a cure for his mutation. In the grand finale, Michelangelo and Donatello journeyed to Dimension X to retrieve Krang's mechanical body from the ruins of the Technodrome. They found the once mighty fortress abandoned and in ruins. The final showdown was against Dregg. Using Krang's suit, the Turtles faced him in an epic battle, ultimately banishing him to Dimension X. Master Splinter, proud of his students, declared that he had nothing more to teach them. The Turtles, having defeated all their enemies, had finally become his equals. And so, their incredible journey had now reached a triumphant end.